Oh, hi there. Didn't see you there. You might be wondering, how did you make such a good song? Well, it took a lot of work. And you can also own it as well. Just call this number and pay me £674,000. And it can all be for yours at... What? What do you mean that's not the price? Okay, fine, if it's not that, then how much is it? We're not paying money for it? We're not even selling it? But well, this is pointless then. Let's just talk about Luke Cage then.
This place is my reputation, my legacy, my blood. And when the smoke clears, I promise you, I'm gonna be the king.
The shield of the king. Blood everywhere, none of it his. He had bullet holes in his shirt. How did he not get hit?
That shotgun blast alone should have killed you. You're amazing.
I don't want to be different than anybody else.
People need you.
Cops can only do so much.
Harlem's about control, power.
Politics is where the power is.
It's gangsters like me that let you hold on to what you got.
You never really know what anyone is capable of.
There is nothing that can hurt you. So what the hell are you afraid of?
Major buck, you a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters,
I'm gonna take his rooks, his knights, his queen.
Y'all got hit last night.
Took damn near every penny I got.
You need to take his ass out. You find his weakness, and you squeeze. Don't be a hero.
I'm not the hero type.
Looks to me like that's what you've always been.
You wanna go to war? I'll take you to war. You don't have enough people. You want some? I don't have time for this. Snap, you Luke. It's you. No, man, it's you. Yo, man, PLO style was my joy back in the day. Sweet Christmas. You double XL? Way ahead of you, homie.
Major buck.
Hi guys, Joshua Lowy here, and welcome to another episode of My Thoughts. This time we're going to talk about Luke Cage as a series in a whole with no spoilers. I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it. Right off the bat, I think Luke Cage is an amazing show. I watched the whole show on the 30th, binge-watched it the whole day, just managed to finish it with the skin of my teeth before I went to bed again. So that's like, I spent the whole day watching Luke Cage, and boy, is it worth it. The day I'm filming this is the 1st of October, so I have no idea when I'm uploading this, but my god, if you want to see something good from Marvel, this is it. This is on par with Daredevil Season 1, Jessica Jones Season 1, and even Daredevil Season 2. I'm going to be so pumped to go see the rest of the Netflix series. Iron Fist I'm kind of sketchy on, but hey, Marvel has done so much good with these series and movies, really. I have faith in it, really. And the Defenders, we all know Defenders are going to be a hit either way. Iron Fist, sketchy, yes, but I have hope for it. So yeah, let's just go into the story more or less. Luke Cage takes place after the events of Season 2 of Daredevil. That's not a spoiler, by the way. You obviously knew there was a linear timeline otherwise. and Luke Cage is retreated to Harlem, hiding out just thanks to the events of Jessica Jones. Go watch Jessica Jones, you might know exactly what that is. But unfortunately, a new villain has arisen called Cottonmouth, and he wants to take over Harlem and become the king. So it's up to Luke Cage to try and stop him from taking over Harlem and save it. That's basically the story, and I don't want to give away too much of that because there's more to it than that. Let's just go into characters. Luke Cage, even better. I forget the actor who plays him in this movie. Hang on. Maybe if I look it up quickly. But no. Luke Cage is awesome in this series. If you liked him in Jessica Jones, you're going to love him in this series. Now that he's the main star, you get to see him do more awesome things. If you like the way he fights, you're going to like to see the way he does stuff in this series. It's amazing. His personality shines through. His fighting style is awesome. And he says, "Sweet Christmas." Probably said that in the trailer earlier, but you know what? I don't care. I saw it on screen. TV screen, but you know, same thing. Same thing. What else can I say about him? Loyal, obviously, if you haven't gathered that. Has a big character arc and all. Obviously, every character has a character arc, but he does have one, obviously. If you want to know if he did have one, he has one. So, yeah, hang on. I'm seeing if the actor's name's coming up. Luke Cage, it's bugging me now. Mike Colter. I think it's Mike Colter. Yeah. He does a good job in this series again. I hope he comes into Defenders. Oh, he's coming in Defenders. He's going to be great in Defenders. And now with rumours about Season 2 of Luke Cage being greenlit, I think it's all the good because he does a good job. I hope they bring it back for a second season. It's so good. So good. We're going on to... Hang on. I can't read the last name. Simone Miss, I think her name is, who plays Misty Knight. She does a great job. I like the way she portrayed Misty Knight. I'm going to admit I don't know much about Misty Knight. My knowledge only extends to the Superhero Squad show, and I know that's not a really good thing to go on, but trust me, it's not like the Superhero Squad. She is awesome. She's a badass in this series. You really grow to care about her, you grow to like her. Throughout the series, then you start to go shaky, like, okay, now I'm starting not to like you as much because there's something happening that involves you, but then later on in the series, like, okay, yeah, I get it, yeah. We'll get to it. Rosario Dawson, I think that's how you pronounce it, sorry if I'm pronouncing it badly, who plays Claire Temple from Daredevil. She's basically the Nick Fury of the entire Marvel Netflix universe thing, who goes around in every show. She's probably going to be an Iron Fist in some way, mentioned by name, probably a cameo or something. I don't know, because Nick Fury wasn't in every Marvel movie. For instance, he was not in The Incredible Hulk, but he was mentioned in the opening credits, if you can spot it. Go watch Incredible Hulk and see if you can spot the name or something. Yeah, again, she kicks ass. What does Claire? If you've seen what she's gone through for Season 1 of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Season 2 of Daredevil, it's really important that you go see Season 2 of Daredevil because it pretty much picks up after that, because if you watch Daredevil, then you understand why she's here. And she's one of the main cast members. She's not like here at the end of the series or anything. She's here for the long run. Takes a while for her to come in, maybe like episode 5 or so, but she comes in eventually, and then she hangs out with Luke Cage, and there's a potential romance, if you couldn't have guessed that. Which is cute, it's very cute. She's killing it, obviously, she's such a badass. She even gets a couple of good moves in this series, and who doesn't like a fight? I mean, come on. So yeah, Claire's cool. Oh fuck, hang on. I want to talk about, I don't want to get to the villains yet. Franklin Franklinson? That's how you pronounce it? He plays Pop. Now, I thought I was going to like his character, and you know what? I did like his character. He was wise, he was funny. I like the relationships between, like, I don't know, a very old guy and our main protagonist who can imply wisdom, have quippy and fun conversations with their main characters. I like Pop in this series. He's a great character. Go watch the show and you'll know how awesome he is. He's a great mentor to Luke Cage and kind of bring him out the shadows. You know, like, not hiding away isn't gonna, help. I mean, you have these gifts, so why don't you use them to help the people of Harlem? So that's basically his thing. He's trying to get Luke out of the shadows, and Claire also helps to get him out of the shadows as well. But Pop, I think, is the main reason why he comes out the shadows in the end, because of his inspiration, his words can't describe it, unfortunately. Go watch it, you'll know what I mean. He's totally cool. What other main characters is a good guy? Hang on, I'm looking at the cast list. I'm trying to make up the main ones. Unless I've named all the main good characters. We'll go on to the villains then. Hang on, the actor's name who plays Cottonmouth is I can't pronounce his name. He does a great job as playing Cornell, or otherwise known as Cottonmouth. Now, this is another good villain. I thought he was just going to be a good bad guy who was a complete douchebag. But you know what? Marvel knows how to make villains relatable. And in this series, you can relate to this guy as soon as you see his episode on his whole backstory. It's such good. I think it's on par with Kingpin's origin. It's sad, miserable, and you can understand the way he turned out in the end. He's threatening, he's cool, he's just a good antagonist, really. Well, one of the antagonists. One thing you'll realize about these Netflix shows is that there's always more than one antagonist for the main character. Like in Daredevil, you didn't only have Kingpin, you had Nobu, you had the Owl, you had the Russian brothers, you had the Chinese, you had all those guys, and also the Street. You had like 5 antagonists, 6 if you count Kingpin. He's like he's the top guy. Cottonmouth is one of the top guys as well, and one of the main threats that Luke Cage fights. His lieutenant, I guess it's his lieutenant anyway, is played by I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. The guy who plays Shades. Oh, such a badass. A real badass. I like the way he talks, you know. Someone who's in control. And the second man to Cottonmouth, who does dealings and stuff, who offers as a friend and all that. But again, with these antagonists, there's always an agenda. So always keep in mind for Shade, because an antagonist always has someone who has an agenda who works with them. So keep that in mind when you watch Old Shady Boy. The next antagonist would be Evanine Woodley, I believe her name is. Okay. I'm bad with names. Okay. You obviously know that throughout this entire thought video. She plays Mariah, who happens to be cousin to Cottonmouth. She's brilliant in this. She's kind of like Hogarth, but I think a whole lot worse. Like, totally worse. Watch the series and you know what I mean. She's a bitch. Like a complete bitch. Think Amanda Waller from Suicide Squad, but amp that by 10,000%. She's a bitch that nearly gets away with everything. And no, I don't think that's not. I'm sorry, I'm never doing that again. Alright, she's a bitch. Please go and watch Luke Cage and you'll see what I mean. Anyone else I feel I should mention? I guess I can mention Frank Wiley, who plays Detective Scarf. He is a partner to Misty Knight. Just there to help out. Not much to say on him really, without giving away too much spoilers, because believe it or not, he's actually important, even though, you know, he's important to the story, okay? All these characters are important to the story, but unfortunately, this is not full of spoilers or anything. This is me just giving my thoughts out to you guys to go watch, because you know what? I don't want to spoil anything right now, and hopefully, if I can think of anything else to mention. The music in this series, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I've never seen music take a bigger, what's the word? A bigger appearance, I guess. Having being up in front. Because not only does it push the story along in some way, but also giving us pretty good backing tracks. Excuse me. So, yeah, music is a very important thing in this series, as they said, and you know what, it really shows. At least to me, anyway. You'd have to go watch it for yourself to see if you like it or not. What else? Without going into spoilers, I'm not going to talk about the episodes individually, I'm just talking about the series in general. I don't want to give... I watched it like a day ago, and I'm already drawing a blank. It has to be something else, come on. This is going to be a pretty short thoughts video, come on. What else is there? Without giving away spoilers, I'm afraid I can't say much. Plus, this is about a TV series that runs 13 episodes. So, okay. One thing I can say, you know the final episode, don't expect to see anything else after the end credits or anything. There's nothing there, I've checked myself. Unless they add something later, there's nothing there. There's no new trailers, no end credit scene. In fact, none of the Netflix shows had any end credit scenes. Right now, as I speak, there was nothing at the end of episode 13. No trailer, no teaser, no after clip, no nothing. So, right now, don't bother with that until they add something. I don't know, maybe they add something later on, but otherwise, there is nothing. No teaser for Iron Fist that's coming out next year. Then, followed by Defenders. There is kind of a few mentions of the Defenders and other Netflix shows. You knew that would happen. They did it basically in every show right now. Well, by show I mean 2 of them on Netflix. And as we speak right now, only 2 people have met 2 people. Jessica Jones met Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. Daredevil met Punisher and Daredevil, season 2. So all we have to do now is get Danny Rand's Iron Fist and into it all, and make those 2 people from their shows cross on over and meet the other half. Then we'll be otherwise complete. This show is so damn likable. I don't know if... All the shows I think are great, and they are like right about the same. All of them. I haven't found a show yet that quite goes above the rest of them. They're all equal in my mind. It's not like movies or anything like that. Like, I can easily pick up my favorite Marvel movie at this point in time, Captain America Civil War. I think that's a great movie for a number of reasons, but for TV shows, Netflix TV shows in particular, we're talking about TV shows in general, like bringing in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, and maybe Cloak and Dagger, which I'm assuming is still happening, and Marvel's Most Wanted is not happening anymore, is it? Damage Control, Runaways, New Warriors? If they're all happening, then I would say the ones we have now, I can't find my favorite right now, because I hope them know they're good, with the Netflix shows right above the regular television for me. But the television shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now has Ghost Rider in it, and maybe later on Ghost Rider will get his own Netflix show. And maybe later on in Phase 2 of Netflix will bring in Blade. And then, seeing that we have Spider-Man, wouldn't anyone like to see a Scarlet Spider series? I know that would involve getting the Clone Saga in there, and I know people don't want to see that because they hate the story. But I don't know, Marvel seems to be improving stories that aren't particularly popular and make them great. Like Age of Ultron, I believe is split down the middle or completely hated or not liked. The movie Age of Ultron is not based on the story from the comic book, but the name alone is, and the movie alone is better than the comic book. And Civil War, the movie, I would say is a lot better than the comic book of Civil War. Everyone possibly can agree on that, I think. I don't know. You would have to tell me if you think that's true. So yeah, I can't say that Luke Cage is above. It's great. It's super great. I totally recommend it. It's possibly one of the best shows I've seen, as well as Daredevil and Jessica Jones. They're all on the same level for me. I want to see a show that goes the extra mile and makes me love it even more. Because me saying Luke Cage is better than Daredevil, better than Jessica Jones, I don't know, because I like the shows all equally. I like them all, and I would say they're all my number one favorites right now. I haven't found my number one yet. Maybe when Defenders comes out and I'll say, that's my favorite show. Who knows? I'm hoping that is, or maybe Iron Fist will be my absolute favorite. Luke Cage, I guess, is my top favorite as we speak, but my opinion goes, like, say if it was on top, and then, like, my mind would just change. No, Daredevil. No, Jessica Jones. Not all of them, because they all have something that makes their series extra special, so it's hard to choose at this point. Again, maybe Iron Fist, maybe Defenders will help, maybe even Punisher. I'm hoping that Punisher is the show that completely blows me away, because I'm a huge fan of that character. I can't wait to see what they do with him in his own series instead of doing it in the movies. Yeah, no spoilers in this one, but we will get to it, because I'm hoping to do a marathon of such up until Doctor Strange's release here in the UK. But I'm going to do some other unspoilery videos, my thoughts on, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, Agent Carter Season 1, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, Daredevil Season 1, Jessica Jones Season 1, Daredevil Season 2. Just tell you what I think of the series in general, and see if I like it or hate it. Just about the series in general, with no spoilers. And then go in a chronological order that I would watch it all in, with the exclusion as I speak right now. Because I haven't seen Agent Carter Season 2. I haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3. I have not seen the first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I have not seen the first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4. Because it's on ABC and I live in the UK and I can't think of other ways to do it because I'm stupid. How's a technical difficulty and all that. So until those ones are released on DVD or on Netflix, I'm afraid I'm going to have to exclude those ones for now, and it'll be mostly movies and TV shows that I have right now on DVD. And that's 16 DVDs I've got right here. Soon to be at Daredevil Season 1 on DVD on the 3rd of October. That's coming out this month, which is pretty soon. It's actually in 2 days, I think, at the time of this recording. So yeah, maybe Daredevil will be added here, and I can talk about it. And like, then I'll talk about the single episodes in more detail up into the line. Luke Cage will possibly be the last one I talk about, because I think I don't know exactly if Captain America Civil War comes before or after Luke Cage. I'm guessing after, I think. It kind of makes sense, I suppose. But yeah. Luke Cage. Awesome show. Go watch it. You will not regret it. What else can I say about it? I can't recommend it enough. And I'm rambling right now. But look out for the Marvel-thon on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1. Then Agent Carter Season 1. Then you'll know. Then I'll go into more detail after I go in chronological order, excluding some things I haven't seen yet, but then I'll add them into the list later on, okay? I'll try my best. What the perks of living in the UK. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. Hopefully this video didn't run too long. Jesus. Yeah. So, post a comment down below. Tell me what you think of Luke Cage if you've seen it and if you've watched the entire series like I have. And if you're asking me, what episode do you want? Which one's your favourite episode? And try not to be spoilery down below, okay? You have to be nice to the other people. And if you've got my thoughts on anything else, let me know down below as well. Leave a like, and of course, subscribe to me. I'm Joshua Laurie. Good day and good night. Take care. Yes, my job here is done. Now excuse me. My neighborhood needs me. Hang on. Hang on. I need backup music. Come on. Give me a minute. I swear this is cool. Yeah. Copyrighting this shit. I'm out, y'all. I'm so sorry. I never meant to do that. I'm cool.